team that's kind of stumbled, team that hasn't
But
looked
that
the
was
best.
on go.
That's a good point. 16-19 was the score there. It went to overtime, and it was on go. But still, they haven't shown any inclination to want to play it going forward. I guess Red Canids did ban it in the last series, so we wouldn't have seen if they let it through. But the record for ODDIK is incredibly good, 10-5, recently beating Bestia 16-13. And we do have that first map as well. Second map is Anubis. Vertigo and Inferno dropped an overpass. The Decider, I mentioned that being a potential map in here. And team damage headshot off the bat onto Matios. That is less than ideal going into the pistol run. Double dualies for the CT side. Utility from Woody on the T side.
Phelps and No Way. If you want two headshot clickers, Phelps and No Way is a pretty good pair to go for if it overpasses anything to go by. Full ramp scrim from ODDIK. They're down the ramp, but so are Phelps and No Way, ready to receive. Raid Boss, dual Berettas in hand. Vinny also down in Cubby. But ODDIK are saying, you know what? We don't have to go down the ramp, boys. We can hell wrap, go up to heaven, split onto the A site. What does the defense look like? Bolts and Mini. He's the only guy here. A drop down. Bolts has at least got one. But the bomb's going to make its way down and be planted. Back silo on A. It's a safe plant, but it's a solid hold here for ODDIK, especially with no kit on the CT side. Henny does Ponter. Turtle, though, comes through into a hut. Gets another one onto Vinny. No Way tapping away with the duel, doing a lot of damage. Has help from Phelps, and they combine. Phelps with a pair. Bolts with the last. A swift and successful retake from Imperial. I would also rather mention Succinct with that one, too. No real fuss about it. And Imperial, pistol round one, probably going to get a force from ODDIK, but it's not going to be as good given they only got one kill.
No, it's not. And it took a little bit of time, a little bit of respect from Imperial to back off and set up for a post-plant retake, but they set up incredibly well, and once they actually got the ball rolling, the round was over in the blink of an eye. The defense from ODDIK really folded rather quickly. Those dualies combining fire incredibly well. Imperial, not looking flustered by the unorthodox pistol play, find a very solid victory in the opening round.
Yeah, Imperial looking very solid, very composed, well done. Good combo between No Way and Phelps. And some early nade damage taken by Naite. Scout out for Henny. He's just looking for tagging and bagging. Phelps is there towards Unbreakable, and Matios takes the first tag. Second one onto Ponter. Another shot goes missing this time, and that'll be the opening kill for Woody, who has an unusual name. It's another one we have somebody without the right name on, but we shall adapt. No Way with the XM, pops one. Phelps, in the meantime, has the other on Turtle. Matios out at red, goes down with that one-shot HP. And up on top of Mini, Bolts and Henny will combine for Ponter's life with Woody, the last one standing. The Opper for ODDIK. He gets dinked. That's a weird one.
That was a weird one. He wins the duel and bolts to the box, though, puts the final nail in the coffin. That rifle is recovered. Although Vinny probably would have stood better to grab a Galil, who's too far away. Good round from Imperial to rebuke the force buy. Got a little bit worried there for a minute, but the scout was hitting its shots, finding its damage, even if not finding kills. Imperial looking well poised in this first map. Again, it's the pick of ODDIK. The pressure's on Imperial, but we saw what they did on their opponent's map pick in the last match. Excuse me. That was a 13-3 on Anubis to best the Red Canids.
And then they picked it into this one.
Yeah, interesting. What they're planning, I'm not sure, but they get good feelings from Anubis, the Imperial side.
I do too. I think it's a very fun map to play. If you understand how the rotations work, then you should be fine. And Imperial showed a good understanding of that in their earlier series. Phelps the nice mid-range tap onto Turtle. Swaps over to the M4A1, adds another one before Woody can grab a deagle kill. Just trimming away the CT economy, but this was a half buy for ODDIK, so overall relatively successful with 2 and almost 3 kills. Henny on 1 HP has been essentially out of the fight since that early contact. No Way comes in to clean it up, and Vinny will not get an upgrade. Nope, not at all. Good attempt with the dualies, but that will be it.
The question is, where's No Way playing the AUG? Is he playing ramp? Is he playing it up close for the one-shot headshot, or is he playing it at range, like maybe from heaven and hell?
I could see a heaven hell play, especially to supplement Henny outside, which also does help ramp too from J-Hall. So there is that.
See either argument. even occasionally going into ramp to support, doubling up. Phelps spamming the door, finds one, tags second tremendously. As the rival round is finally underway, the full AK versus Bone. If the MP9 are playing an off angle, Vinny is good for one, but the spray was belabored. So he's traded. Poderissimo finding Henny. Wow, that's quite the name. It's one of those
Woody.
mismatched names. Was it Woody? That makes sense.
Yep, it's Woody. He's being funny.
Like, damn, dang, I don't remember that name coming through, but of course, it's always the mismatched names. I think it's being played on Face It, which makes sense. Everybody loves changing their Face It names.
Even though it costs Face It points.
Yeah, but if you're playing these tournaments, they give you Face It points, or some of these tournaments just have Face It points tacked on, you know?
True. I mean, I have like 20,000 I know not what to do with, but Phelps will mow down Turtle. Relatively easy kill for him. That's a bomb up in heaven. Unrecoverable for Woody or Poderissimo. And I'm trying to flex my Spanish knowledge, which is not Portuguese. I understand that.
Yep.
But the crossover is usually there.
I think it's
And
Poderissimo. It's like, it's even longer than we're saying it is.
Yeah, I'll have to get a good look at it when he dies here. Oh, there it is.
It's right there.
Poderosissimo. Jeez.
Yeah, it's very...
What does this even mean?
I don't have Google Translate on hand. You've got some time because what are you saving? So if you want to pull it out, go for it.
I'm trying to look here.
About 8 seconds till the round ends. No one's gonna be able to find Woody. He's up on heaven. Or lobby, excuse me, not heaven. Hiding underneath the stairs. No one is going to check here. Bolts has the op. He's recovered it for Henny. And it's another round ending for Imperial with 3 players surviving.
I'm struggling to find a translation for it, and it's seeming to be Spanish from what I've seen, but it means like powerful, influential is the best translation I've been able to find.
Let's see, I think there's a suffix on there.
No, that is the actual full word.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a very long word. And he has been powerful for his squad, more kills than everybody else combined. Only problem is, they're 0-4, and they've just used their first time out into a half-buy, force-buy situation. It's not looking great for ODDIK here. And for Imperial, they're just hitting it into cruise control already. They're getting comfy, you know, almost ready for, maybe if we're going for an airplane analogy now, they're getting their in-flight meal coming up.
Perhaps. That one saved AK, Scout, the Eagles, and a dream for ODDIK. This is the less favored side on this map, so it makes sense they're not off to the best of starts, but still the pressure is beginning to mount a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Their pick, after all.
It is their pick. Benny back. Dixon gets spotted by a flurry of players. He's gonna try to smoke and buy time, but nades rain in. Lucky to get one. He does have support through the smoke as well, so he's buying time as best he can. Good nade as well. They come through the smoke. No way, and Vinny somehow make what looked to be a very bad situation convincing. Last alive is Matthews. He's in the ramp, jumping around with a scout, hoping to find something. But bolts through the door does him in. 5-0. Clean start and a clean round for Imperial as well to bolster their CT economy even further. Things are looking a hunky-dory for the defense here on Imperial's side.
And then here's the other thing too, Nate. Vinny on Nuke, on ramp, is a monster. It's something I had forgotten about until I just saw the ramp play he pulled off there. I'm like, oh yeah, Vinny, ramp. Not a fun person to play against. Vinny has a tendency to drop 40 on Nuke. I believe all of his professional 40 bombs have been on Nuke. And he's done it at least 3 times.
It seems that his reputation is known because he's only been tested a couple times.
They have to know.
Definitely do. I mean,
this goes all the way back to when Getty was subbing in for Furia back at ESL Challenger against Singularity. Vinny dropped 40 on this map.
Phelps cleared out. Another secured. 3 kills going the way of ODDIK. No response coming in from Imperial. Another found. It's just 1 remaining. Just 2 remaining. Excuse me. Vinny and Night Day. The last 2. Engagement is anything but clean. Vinny outside does find 1. I was gonna say he's alone. There was a technical issue. I was like, Night Day is not a name I remember from Imperial, and that's because we had a player disconnect. But reconnect immediately on the side of Imperial. I thought my math was right. ODDIK, a very quick round and a convincing one. Have a pause come through.
Ooh. Mech pause.
Hopefully not too long. And by the way, Boggs, I did look up the word. It is a Portuguese word.
What's the translation in Portuguese?
I don't know. That's as far as I got. It took me to a Portuguese website.
Everything I just looked up
translate.
the word, and everything I got was Spanish. So.
Well, the Spanish ones you got had 1 less S, so it was not the same word.
Oh, it's a double S after it's a SISS.
Yeah.
Ah. That would explain a lot.
Yes. I have no idea what it means. It's very powerful.
Very powerful. Okay, same thing.
I found it. Don't worry. It was not me reading chat. I found it.
I just found it too.
Makes sense.
Yep.
We will not pretend to be fluent in Portuguese.
No, my Portuguese pronunciation is horrible. I know what the word apple is. Don't ask me to say it, but if I heard it, I could understand it. That's like the one Portuguese word I know.
Got almighty, another term. It's on brand, I dare say.
Yeah. He might need a little bit of help, though.
How's he doing? He's actually not doing bad. For an Opera on CS2?
No, he's
top
doing
brand.
good.
But
He needs help.
Has he been opping? He's supposed to have not been with the op.
This is his first time with the op.
As I said, I don't think he's had one. Now is his time to learn. Henny's getting aggressive with the op towards ramp. Turtle's just holding. Close. Henny won't be deterred, though. Even after the early round nades are exchanged, he will stick around. Turtle might be getting a little bit antsy. He might think about pressing. But the lack of a smoke ramp should tell him that something's up. That there's something going on in towards Trophy. Meanwhile, Phelps is out in the yard, hiding back garage. Waiting for someone to cross him, which they very well could. Right there, taking point, spotted, shot, misses though. The flash is good. The lineup, though, almost good for even more. Henny now feeling compelled to push, is worried about Turtle. Turtle will spot his shadow, if I'm not mistaken. He comes in, tagged to the wall, but no kill. Henny doesn't know either. Bolts will take him down to finish him off. And the player down towards Secret has the AUG up close. Personal, Vinny is here waiting. Woody finally finds something with the op outside towards garage. That's Bolts, but still. There's not much they can do, not with No Way on the flank. There's no way that Ponter should be able to find this round. 1v3, he's out in yard. They should know that he's here or hereabouts. He's gonna go grab the bomb, but 25 seconds left. And 3 to find. No control for either bomb site. Feels like it might be a save for the ODDIK player.
I have to agree. A save here is not a terrible call. I mean, 3 players can still buy, although it actually Ponter could drop the Galil over to Woody. Everyone else can get AKs or thereabouts.
You also got the op secret. It's an op secret. Very well grab.
Stay on the rifle.
Got it.
Oh, no. All right. What a play by Vinny, though, down in secret to pick up those 2. And I'd also like to mention just how No Way has woken up. Dropped a bit of a stinker on map 1 of the day, but after that, he's been on a tear.
He was the B main lurk. He really didn't get much action. He either got the flashbang in the face, punishment, or he got nothing. And he was rather impactful for some of those B site rotations for his team. Keep in mind, he didn't have to do anything. They still won 13-3.
That is true.
Vinny showing us why the AUG is the close range menace. We hype it up to be there as well. One shot headshot down towards Secret up close and personal. An A site stack, or rather a heavy stack for Imperial. There's the AUG playing close. That's what I want to see. It's in No Way's hands.
They got 2.
Yeah, they have one player now
Are they
back
going to
towards
double
B.
up second vent boost? No.
Thought about it.
They're swapping over.
I can respect the call.
I like the AUG up on top hut better than the A1, though.
So do I. The one-shot headshot there is, again, so good.
Interesting round from ODDIK, just ambulating about, almost meandering without a purpose. Slow, methodical, almost over-checking everything. Signs of hesitation, perhaps, as already 6 have been put on the board for their opposition. Molly top hut's going to force Bolt away. He'll drop down, back silo. His outside is the sprint. They're going down to B. There is one guy there.
No
It is
way.
Henny. No way. Burns, though. That's a big problem. Phelps down the vents. He's alive, and he's got by. They don't know he's here, and they're not going to be holding for him now. What a play by Phelps. Henny's down the ramp. Vinny's here on site. He's picked up a pair. Woody responds with 1, but only 1 in return. The bomb rests on the floor of B, the glass there. And Woody with 2 overall in the round for ODDIK. Has Turtle with him. But all 3 remaining Imperial members are holding. There's no time. It's another save. It's back-to-back.
Op still above. One player in decon, maybe going for exits. But 2 AKs and an op save for Imperial. Not only are they winning rounds, but they're also winning them confidently. They're keeping at least 3 players alive. That does, you know, while 3 alive does not really help the economy, it doesn't hinder it either for the defense. Some players will be allowed to save up if they stay alive consistently. And ODDIK are beginning to feel the pressure. They've had to save twice. They haven't really found much in the way of rounds. They had 1 round that went swimmingly in their favor. It was flawless, if I'm not mistaken. And beyond that, they have found nothing. Boggs, do I mention it? Do I mention the Brazil scoreline?
You just did, so.
Yeah, that was the joke.
I was gonna not mention it for this time, but you know, you can take over for me if you'd like.
I'll take the heat.
I'm still out of respect for Neymar. Not gonna mention it for a while.
Fair.
Because that was a brutal injury he suffered on the national team, and for such a gifted player, someone I always like to watch. And also a big fan of Counter-Strike too, but that's besides the point. Just as a former athlete, it really sucks to see people get an injury like that. In case you're curious, Nate, ACL, MCL.
I think I heard that. Ooh, Vinny. The monster of ramp taken down in his swamp. Henny towards J-Hall, though. From running rampant. No fall back. He won't overstay his welcome.
Is that spammable?
Might be. No, I think
Remember the train spam from Z to Pop Dog?
Yes. It's just a little wood wall.
Yup.
Love doing that one.
Also, the T-Con to Z spam was also great.
Yeah.
I miss train.
I know you do. We don't need it back, though.
Yes, we do.
Nope.
We have vertigo.
Denied.
Banned.
Okay. What is tenuously negotiated ramp control? He's lurking out as well, but Phelps finds 1, and Turtle on this flank could find another. Woody smashed by Bolts and Turtle. So many ways in which he can spin this round. Instead of doing anything, he's going all the way up into heaven to solidify an A-site take. He had an opportunity to kill 1 or 2 different players. He pulls the trigger on neither. His spot in heaven should be completely unexpected. And so a plant from Mathios for this heaven spot could be massive. Turtle. Trying to find something. Let's find 1, but the planter does not get the plant off. He stutters, he accidentally comes off the plant, and Phelps runs him down. Bolts finds Turtle in heaven, his position given up, and Imperial make the round an 8th. What looked to be a massive mind game yields no fruit.
It was a nice idea. It was even good execution. It just, there wasn't enough manpower to make it work. 4 alive for Imperial. They were able to swarm a flash in, spot the planter, take it down, and Turtle just unable to turtle up in heaven and get the job done against 3 that were remaining after he got that first one. So, little unlucky for him. Great mind games, but unfortunately not enough racetrack. Imperial now with a stronghold lead on this half. And a chance for even more. The bomb plants will keep ODDIK on the bye as we continue into the tail end of half number 1. Phelps will spot the utility falling outside. Smokes for a deep cross smoke, actually. Scrim not going to do anything as they're not peeking. It's ODDIK, I think, trying to bait out aggression from Imperial.
Yeah, it's what it's felt like the whole time. They played 2 back red, one watching each direction. It definitely feels like they're just trying to goad someone into a peek, into a push alone. They know that Imperial are rather keen on taking duels. We saw it on Anubis, for example.
Oh.
But it's a very different showing from Imperial now as they're all playing their spots and playing them well. Phelps drops ninth day outside, jumping up. There'll be some A-site utility thrown again, but can Turtle capitalize on it? The answer is no. No way. Shuts him down. Matthews with a trade, but Fultz still finds another. And Henny is backside if required. Phelps drops punt there. The last alive is Woody. He has an AK, not his characteristic op, but again, the rifle feels like the second one. No swing. The op shot will miss. And Bolts will more than cover his teammate. Final nail in the coffin delivered. 9-1, 10 seeming like a distinct possibility. ODDIK can continue to force with some concessions given their loss bonus, but I think they'd be more fit to go for a half buy instead. Some pistols, some Kevlar, go quick. Go A, go ramp, maybe outside smokes to cross straight secret and go vents or do something wacky and zany. Just try to do something different that you haven't normally done in an effort to catch Imperial off.
I would say ramp rush, but Vinny's there, so bad idea. Bolts gets knifed in the back. And they're going to go for a vent pop or an A pop here. Phelps just spams away. Bolts' nade will get the opener. And a team kill from Woody on the Matios is going to signal even more doom for ODDIK. Ramp is open. Phelps is low, but he's somehow able to get away with that one. It's actually No Way who saves him and keeps it flawless for Imperial. Vinny the one on to not the over towards ramp. And Imperial notched double digits in the first half of Nuke. Again, the map pick of ODDIK, Anubis, map number 2, where Imperial put up a 13-3 on Red Canids just a couple hours ago. Last buy up for ODDIK is AKs and utility across the board. Henny has his op. He's 3-3. So, I mean, you know, not bad, right?
He hasn't seen anybody.
Yeah. I mean, he's seen a couple people. He's just missed his shots, but
there's a couple.
He hasn't died. He's got 7 assists, too.
He's always been going aggressive, too, which I respect. Matthews 1-4-1, I should say. Ninth they got by the op, though.
But Bolts is here.
Bolts is here, but I'm worried about Henny getting shot in the back or being heard. He's going to push up. He's not going to find anything. Nobody else is in the yard. That player, inside man, or not inside man, I guess, but back behind a player, I guess is the best way to put it. In ninth day, could be a thorn in the side of this Imperial defense. It could be what gets them a second round on this attacking side. A much needed one at that. 11-1 feels like a too insurmountable lead.
Look at Henny's lobby flank now. Doesn't even matter that there's a guy in garage. If he doesn't clear Ponter, though, that could get off board. He's going to spot the bomb, or not the bomb, but Woody. Now he spots out Ponter, swaps to the Deagle. Bolts found Nazi outside, and Turtle in the hut makes it his home for a brief moment. It's 11-1 at the half. We'll see you after the break.
Singing da 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 da. Let's keep going till the night is almost gone. 'Cause I feel like singing da 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 da. Let's keep going till the night is almost gone. 'Cause I feel like singing da 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 da. Let's keep going till the night is almost gone. 'Cause I feel like singing da 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 da. Is it wrong of me to think of you all the time? Even though I'm with somebody new every night. And I pray, and I pray, and I pray that you feel the same way. Is it wrong of me to think of you all the time? Even though I'm with somebody new every night, and I pray, and I pray, and I pray that you feel the same way. I don't know what you're thinking, but my mind is full of fear. 'Cause I felt this world without you. I feel safer when you're here. It's been a couple months now, feels like time's been moving slow. And I can't tell where my head's at, so can you let me know? Is it wrong of me to think of you all the time? Even though I'm with somebody new every night, and I pray, and I pray, and I pray that you feel the same way. Is it wrong?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Imperial. We expected them to have a strong start on Nuke, given their CT side beginnings. I don't think anyone could have anticipated an 11-1 affair, an 11-1 leisurely stroll to what feels like an inevitable victory at this stage. Pineapple Phillips and Boggs on the microphone, and Imperial on the T side pistol. If they win this pistol, we will not be on Nuke for much longer. We might be off to the dusty, decrepit ruins of Anubis instead.
I wouldn't call them decrepit. I mean, they're an ancient ruin. They look surprisingly good for being the ancient Egyptian, unless you want to go alien route. But Turtle's mollied onto the door. He'll get caught by Phelps as the bust-in comes through. Phelps doubles up on the Glock. Ponter only one so far. Vinny runs into Matios. That is a messy fight for both of them, and it's a 2v3 hold as the bomb ticks away. No kit for the CT side. Matios and Ponter pushing in on towards the side. Ponter to Berettas. Doesn't matter when Bolt hits the one tap. Spots the last up on top of Hut, and No Way slams the door on Matios. 12-1 Imperial up. Force 5 for ODDIK. The 13-1, scoreline looks incredibly likely, and this is the closest, Nate, you and I have gotten to a 13-0 in CS2 so far. 13-3 was, or 13-2 rather, was the previous lowest scoring matchup we've had. This one has a very good chance of eclipsing that.
Yes, it does. 13-1 seems to be almost guaranteed at this stage, just given the lackluster weapons. We saw these brought out before in the second round for Spy in the first half, and it yielded no fruit for ODDIK. I don't know why this would be any different, but they at least have the luxury of defending. They can sit in corners, they can play the sights, they can force Imperial into awkward angles, but Imperial, their aim is good, utility is exemplary. I feel like they should have this one based off every advantage they have. Second for Phelps secured. No Way and Henny are both tagged out to 14, but through the edge of heaven, Woody's down to 15. Nearly caught as well by Phelps, who's on a tear in this map. He's atop the board for his team at 18. Lots of player heaven, takes him down. Bolt drops Bolt there. And the last is Bolt as well. 13-1. And again, Imperial come out swinging on their opponent's map pick.
They were swinging for the fences. It wasn't small ball, it was high-powered baseball, and boy, did they knock it out of the park. Only one round surrendered to their opposition.